Hi guys, Asian movie recaps here. Today, we'll be recapping another fantastic film. In the meantime, please like and subscribe to our channel so that we may continue to provide movie recaps with plot twists and intriguing storylines. It may only take a few seconds for you, but it allows us to upload daily videos as soon as possible. Let's get started. A love triangle between a royal concubine, her commoner lover, and a prince ignites a series of political, passionate and life-threatening upheavals. The movie is set in the Joseon dynasty. Prince Sungwon is on a hunting trip. The deer he is after is killed by another man. The prince goes to an aristocrat's house to have dinner. The man who had killed his deer is a son of that household and the deputy minister apologizes to him. While he is there, he meets the daughter of the household. Her name is Hwa-Yeon. He is immediately attracted to her. Before he can say or do anything, however, he catches a glimpse of her from the window and realizes that she is in love with another man, Kwon-Yoo. He is the adopted son of the household. When the prince's mother finds out that he is attracted to Hwa-Yeon, she warns him to stay away from her. She tells him that it is not good for his reputation. His mother was the concubine of the previous king and is the stepmother of the current king, who is also Sungwon's stepbrother. The wife of the present king died recently without giving him an heir. He then asks his stepmother to find a new queen for him soon. Sungwon's mother then asks the aristocrat to give his daughter, Hwa-Yeon, as a concubine to the king. The prince storms Hwa-Yeon's father's house that night, asking the deputy minister why he betrayed him. Her father answers that he could not go against the court. Hwa-Yeon doesn't want to be a concubine, so she elopes with Kwon-Yoo one night, but they are caught the next morning. Her father wants to kill Kwon-Yoo for what he has done, but Hwa-Yeon pleads with her father to spare him and then agrees to become the king's concubine. She tells her father that if Kwon-Yoo does, she will too. 5 years later, Hwa is the queen after she has given birth to a son, and Sungwon, who has been away from the palace for 5 years, returns to see his brother who is ill. He is fed medicine by Hwa-Yeon while Sungwon watches. Hwa-Yeon tells Sungwon that the king has been ill often and the physician does not know why. Sungwon assures her that the king will get better. He says that he came when he heard his brother was sick and that he'll stay till the king recovers. He gives Hwa-Yeon a hairpin as a gift. He still has feelings for her. The court officials meet and the court physician tells them that he believes that someone is trying to assassinate the king. They decide to interrogate the kitchen matron. The king's condition gets worse and he passes on from the mysterious illness. The king's stepmother congratulates Minister Yoon, a court member, for a job well done. He reminds her that the queen and her son are still alive and she says there can't be much trouble. She lays with him. Hwa-Yeon's father suspects that the king was poisoned and he tries to uncover the truth. He tells Hwa-Yeon that the Matrinhoi records the kitchen log is missing and there is nothing recorded on the day of the king's death. But then he and his followers are arrested under the command of Sungwon's mother. Sungwon becomes the next king. As he is being crowned king, he does not look too happy. The new king performs an intercourse rite to impregnate the queen chosen for him with his son. Hwa-Yeon and her son are moved to a modest dwelling and are being watched every moment of the day. Hwa-Yeon wants to prove that the late king was poisoned. Her maid informs her of rumors of a secret dungeon that the queen mother has and controls. Hwa-Yeon goes there and finds the kitchen matron. She asks the matron about the kitchen log and finds out that the king had lunch with Sungwon's mother on the afternoon that he died. She says that the queen mother had suddenly asked them to prepare lunch for the king, and after the king had eaten it, he had diarrhea all night. One night, Sungwon goes to meet Hwa-Yeon and tells her that he will set her father free soon. During the conversation, Sungwon tells the chief eunuch to fix up Hwa-Yeon's house to be suitable for a royal member, but the chief eunuch tells him that it is only under the queen mother's control. While this exchange is going on, she sees Kwon-Yoo is working in the palace as a eunuch. The queen mother finds out that her son had visited Hwa-Yeon secretly. She tells him that he can have any other woman in the kingdom except Hwa-Yeon. She says that Hwa-Yeon is a threat to their rule. Hwa-Yeon goes to see Kwon-Yoo and is happy that he is alive and well. She informs him about the late king's assassination and asks him for help, but he declines. He resents her for what happened to him. He tells her that after she left, her father had him castrated for running away with his daughter. He has now aligned with the Queen Mother and Minister Yoon, and he wants Hwa-Yeon's father to be executed for what he did to him. Sungwon meets Kwon-Yoo and says he looks familiar. Kwon-Yoo tells him a different name and claims that a lowly man like him has never met the king before. Sungwon says he likes him and promotes him to a senior eunuch. Hwa-Yeon learns that her father will be executed at dawn from Kwon-Yoo, and she learns that the kitchen matron was killed too. She goes to beg Sungwon to stop the execution. Sungwon asks his mother to stop it, but she refuses. She wants to punish Hwa-Yeon's family for undermining her. Sungwon has had enough of being the puppet king and orders Kwon-Yoo to stop the execution. But Kwon-Yoo undermines the king's pardon garden and makes sure that Kwon-Yoon's father is executed. The court suggests that Hwa-Yeon and her son be banished. Sungwon refuses. He won't let a widow suffer for the sins of her father. He tries to talk to Hwa-Yeon, but she doesn't want to talk to him. She partly blames him for the death of her father. Kwon-Yoo gives Hwa-Yeon the earrings from her father's ears. Sungwon decides to take Hwa-Yeon's personal maid, Jim-ok, as his minor concubine. Using her, the king learns about Hwa-Yeon's private habits and he gets aroused by discovering more things about Hwa-Yeon. He lays with Jim-ok while imagining she is Hwa-Yeon. The next day, Jim-ok is given a personal room for pleasing Sungwon. Hwa-Yeon is still shattered by the death of her father. She doesn't know what to do next. Later she goes to see the king. She is wearing the hairpin he gave her years ago as a gift. She plans to please Sungwon and gain his favor. When the queen mother finds out about this, she decides that Hwa-Yeon and her son are threats and she decides to get rid of them. She orders Minister Yoon to assassinate them. The minister assigns the task to Kwon-Yoo. Kwon-Yoo agrees to poison Hwa-Yeon and her son because he wants to secure high position at the royal court. Jim-ok plans to get Sungwon to come to her room. She was hesitant to become a minor concubine in the beginning, but she now plans to give birth to a prince so she can secure her position as a concubine. She goes to Hwa-Yeon and requests for some jewelry to make her more appealing. She takes the hairpin that Sungwon had given to Hwa-Yeon. The queen mother tells Sungwon's queen that if she gives birth to a son, she will build a temple in her honor. Just then, a guard announces that the king will not be sleeping with his queen as he says he is in pain. Sungwon is sitting with Hwa-Yeon's son. He teaches him how to be a king. In the days that follow, Sungwon is pressured by his mother to have a son and guarantee their bloodline as the royal family. But Sungwon is tired of being a puppet king and goes to Jim-ok, who has been promised to a concubine. He noticed that she has the hairpin on and he gets really angry. To save herself, Jim-ok says that Kwon-Yoo was the man who was involved with Hwa-Yeon before she became a concubine. In a fit of rage, Sungwon confronts Hwa-Yeon. He accuses her of hiding Kwon-Yoo as a fake eunuch in the palace. He also asks her if Kwon-Yoo is the real father of her child. Hwa-Yeon denies all of his accusations and pleads her innocence. Sungwon orders the guards to strip Kwon-Yoo to prove he is truly a eunuch. Kwon-Yoo tries to discourage Sungwon, but he slaps him and pulls down Kwon-Yoo's pants himself. He sees that he was truly castrated. This proves that Hwa-Yeon is innocent and she asks him to leave. Sungwon then tries to sleep with Hwa-Yeon by force. He can't control his desires for her anymore, but Hwa-Yeon stops and tells him to come back to her when he becomes a real king. Afterwards, Kwon-Yoo has a change of heart and is convinced that he is the father of Kwon-Yoon's son. He goes to see Hwa-Yeon and tells her that they should run away from the palace together and start a new life. Hwa-Yeon turns him down and tells him that she will not out her son in the way of danger and she will protect him at any cost. One day, following orders from the queen mother, Kwon-Yoo prepares the poison that will be used to kill Hwa-Yeon and her son, and the minister. But instead of giving it to them, he places the poison in Sungwon's medicine. He hopes to kill him and place Hwa-Yeon's son as the king. Sungwon doesn't drink it but commands Kwon-Yoo to drink it instead. Seeing that he has no other choice, he drinks it and soon starts vomiting blood due to the poison. This shocks Sungwon, who tries to save him so he can find out the truth. He interrogates the physician later on and he is told that Minister Yoon is the head of medicine who works for his mother. He begins to suspect that his mother had tried to kill him. Not long after, Hwa-Yeon sends her son off to a safe place. She senses that trouble is brewing in the palace. She is soon arrested by the queen mother and charged with treason. The queen mother orders Minister Yoon again to kill her and get rid of her, but before he can do anything, Sungwon sends the royal guards to arrest Minister Yoon immediately. Sungwon goes to confront his mother. He accuses her of trying to kill him alongside Hwa-Yeon and her son just so she can seize the throne for herself. She denies this and claims that she truly cares for her son. She admits that she poisoned the previous king so she could put him on the throne. This revelation horrified Sungwon as he never wanted to become the king and he also loved his stepbrother. Sungwon brings Kwon-Yoo and Minister Yoon to the court to confirm if they had plotted to kill him. When Sungwon questions Kwon-Yoo, he lies and says that the queen mother and the Minister Yoon were the masterminds behind his assassination attempt. Sungwon is devastated and orders his guards to execute all the men involved. He placed the queen mother on permanent house arrest in her chambers. As Kwon-Yoo is taken to be executed, Hwa-Yeon meets him and thanks him for keeping his promise. Kwon-Yoo tells her to take care of his son after his death, and Hwa-Yeon tells him that the prince is no one's son, only hers. Kwon-Yoo is devastated by this as he has sacrificed his life for Hwa-Yeon and her child, who may not be his. Later, Hwa-Yeon goes to meet Sungwon. She accepts his love and sleeps with him. When they are finished, Hwa-Yeon stabs Sungwon with the hairpin that he had gotten for her. It turns out that he ends up killed by the woman whom he has loved the most and had done almost everything for to get her attention. Shortly after, the Queen Mother is also killed. Hwa-Yeon and her son return to the royal court. The movie ends as Hwa-Yeon watches her son play on the throne in the empty courtroom. The door shuts behind them and Hwa-Yeon realizes that she can't go back. What do you think about this movie? Share your opinion with us in the comment section below. Please subscribe and turn on the notifications for our daily uploads. See you in the next videos and thanks for your support.